Hi guys, welcome back to Cindy's Cooking. So today I'm gonna show you how I made this beautiful rice and beans using fresh cranberry beans. Yes. So if you wanna know how I made this, stick around for the recipe. So I purchased my beans from this convenient Haitian convenience store. I'm pretty sure this came straight from Haiti. It's a Haitian convenience store. So I am just peeling my beans and I saw this. This bringing back so many great memories, you guys. It's the season of the beans. When it's the season, listen, we eat this bean every single day. I remember growing up in Haiti. Oh my god, this season when it's this bean season and when it's also what's that other beans? Congo, what do you call it again? Pigeon peas. When it's the season, which is in December, that's all we eat. So I'm just peeling my beans, which is so much fun and it's so beautiful. Once I peel the beans, I cook it for a little bit because I'm making rice. If I was making cornmeal, moulin, I wouldn't cook it because cornmeal take longer to cook. But for the rice, I cook it for 10 to 15 minutes because it's raw. And then if you go and cook it with the rice like that, it may not be cooked enough. But go ahead and if you get that beans, you may find it frozen though, because after I got mine fresh, the lady peeled the rest and then freezes it. So if you're lucky, you'll find it fresh, and if you're not, you'll find it frozen, which is still fine. It's still fine because it's fresh bean that just got frozen for a little bit. So go ahead and wash it. And the way I cook it like I cook every other beans, whether it's dry beans or fresh beans. I cook it with scallion, green onions, aka green onion, garlic, and a little bit of oil, and let it come to a boil for 10 to 15 minutes. So my beans are ready. As you can see, the water is still clear. It doesn't take long, like I said, and you don't want it to be overcooked because you want it to still be a little bit crunchy. You don't want it to be mushy. We don't want that. See, this is perfect. So just go ahead and start. So I am using vegetable oil for the rice because I want my gratin to be very crunchy, and using vegetable oil or canola oil will give you the maximum crunch. And using pots like this will also make a big difference. Don't use non-stick pots if you want gratin. So go ahead and add your epis in the hot oil. Make sure your heat is on medium high, and we're gonna go ahead and fry this epis for a little bit. We're gonna get it to be a little toasty brown because that makes the flavor better. It intensifies it. So go ahead, fry it for 2 to 3 minutes. Let it get see it? It's very toasty. It's like beautiful. You just know the flavors are just amazing. So now we're gonna go ahead and add our beans because we want the beans also to have all the flavors. Yes, I did add my beans with the scallion and garlic. I removed the scallion, but I crushed the garlic. So I left the garlic in there and I crushed them because extra flavor. So now we're gonna go ahead and start with our dry seasoning. For dry seasoning, I am using, of course, I grounded some black pepper and also some allspice. I throw in my parsley, fresh thyme, and what I did is I stick in my cloves into the pepper. If you want pepper, you don't have to. I added my chicken bouillon. I'm using this Goya Seasoning. I will list it in the description box below. Be sure to check it out. All purpose chicken seasoning. And now I just poured in the water that was from the beans. So I didn't throw away the water. I saved it because that's what gives you the best flavor. Throwing the water away to me is like, I don't know, it's like you're throwing the taste away, kind of. So I just added my coconut cream. Yeah, so you can use coconut milk, but I like to use this because I feel like this has more flavor. And adding a little bit more water for my rice. So I'm using mostly the water from the beans because we want my rice to be perfect, you know. So go ahead, cover and let it come to a boil. Oh, and I added my red bell pepper for extra flavor. I forgot to say that. So once your water boils, go ahead and give it a stir and taste it. Make sure that it's fine. If you need more salt, if you notice, I didn't use salt because all the seasoning that I'm using already has sodium, so there is no need for any sodium. But you know, adjust it to your taste bud. Do what you want. So yeah, so taste it and see if you need a little bit of sodium. You can add a little bit more, whatever it needs, add a little bit to it. So what I did is I washed my rice, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in there because my water is boiled. I am using basmati rice, white basmati rice. If you want to know the brand that I use, I have it in my Amazon storefront listed, so you can check it out. Most of the time I use the Royal Basmati brand. I really like that. Goya is also good too, a good brand. So go ahead and pour all your rice. The secret to having this beautiful Haitian rice is making sure using less water. You see how it looks like the water is not going to be enough, like it's not going to be cooked, but it will be cooked though. Like it will be. Okay, so go ahead, give it a stir, and we're gonna cover it and let the water reduce for a little bit. So this is about 7 to 10 minutes later with the water reduced almost all the way. We're gonna go ahead and add some butter. Use whatever butter that you like. I am using timalis because I am making a Haitian dish and I just like to use Haitian butter just to be, you know, I just feel like it's more authentic like that. So go ahead and add your butter, give it a stir. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna give it a nice stir. It's gonna be the last time we're gonna be stirring it, okay? So give it a nice stir, and what we normally do, we form this into like a little mountain, the rice. We don't have to do that, but please do give it a stir, making sure everything is like, you know, perfect. You see that? So, and then lower your heat. Once you give it that stir, lower your heat, and we're just gonna let it steam for 10 to 15 minutes, and it's gonna, I promise you, it's gonna be cooked. If you want, you can use foil or plastic over to cover it. We call that process touffé. I don't know what they call it in English. I'll have to check that out. But yeah, we call it touffé. So I guess that's steaming. Yeah. that is it. Yeah, right? I think it is. Please let me know in the comments below if touffé is steaming. I don't know. I think it is, but yes. So go ahead and do that. See that little form, little mountain or little hill, whatever you want to call it, and then cover it and let it steam for 10 to 15 minutes. And let me tell you, honey, I hope you're ready. Are you ready? Because yes, let's check it out. Look at this, beautiful. Perfect, beautiful. And this is the type of rice you don't need no sauce to eat it. Okay, you don't. And listen, if you like this, please hit the subscribe button because it helps my channel. And yeah, it does really help, so subscribe. Thank you. So like I was saying, this is the type of rice you don't need no sauce for. But if you're gonna do sauce, you know what kind of sauce you should do? I made red snapper with it. I made a delicious red snapper stew. Oh my goodness, you know Haitian and their snappers, like that's like our fish. So yeah, this is the recipe, you guys. I hope you guys like this because I certainly loved it. The rice was just amazing, and just the beans, oh my god, you only get to eat these beans once in a while. Fresh cranberry beans, oh my goodness. Yes, the rice was perfect, you guys. I hope you guys like this video, and I hope you guys give this recipe a try. If you do, please let me know. And of course, as always, thank you for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and also hit the subscribe button because why would you not want to help a Haitian girl out? Like, come on. Like, come on. I know you want to help a Haitian girl out. Help a black girl out. All right? Thank you.